Good morning. So we've been thinking about this hive-mindedness idea and how large groups come to make decisions, and I'm now thinking about actual hives. Some research done at Cornell University to study how bees make decisions on where to go. You know, the little bees go out, try and find the answer for a good location, and then they come back to the hive and they do a little dance to try and describe where to go for the best stuff, best decision. And what happens is the bees kind of headbutt one another in competition to tell the best story. And they keep this up until you get your head butted enough as a bee and you stop dancing. And that dominant dancing bee ends up being the decision maker for the whole hive. The hive en masse has to find some agreement in how to move forward. So yeah, you've probably had your head butted. You've probably been banged around enough to say, enough, stop, just stop pushing me, stop telling me, I don't want to hear about it. Maybe you're not a dancer. Maybe you're one who's watching these other people dance, you know, whether it's on blogs or on Twitter or whatever, and you're sort of becoming a fan of some of these people and saying, hey, that person has a good answer. But the real trigger of the whole hive-mindedness and everybody moving forward happens when the group reaches consensus or agreement. And that doesn't happen easily. In education, I think we could make an argument for the whole mind agreeing that, say, the flipped classroom model was the 2012-2013 hot button point. Like, that's when everyone said, oh yeah, this is the answer. This is an answer we can all agree on. It wasn't that there weren't other people dancing with other answers, other possible solutions. It's just that the whole hive sort of decided as a group that maybe that's something worth exploring. I'm going to argue that this year it's going to be gaming, that the voice of that bee that was dancing for the last few years talking about stories about gaming, I think that that's going to be the answer. I think the hive is going to agree on that. I don't know whether it's the right answer or not, and I don't know whether or not even the whole hive should agree. In fact, my argument is that we should not all go in one place. Have you ever seen a bait ball? Like, I don't know if mackerel do it. There's certain fish that when they swim in large quantities, when they're attacked by a predator, they sort of all swim together in a giant swirl. And it's very much a defensive posture. I think cattle, some forms of cattle will do it, you know, with the locking into a huddle with their horns all facing out as a group to be defensive. And I think, you know, making one decision is in a sense a defensible one, is that everybody can agree to one thing. I think we need some experimentation out there. Whether it's gaming or whether it's a flipped classroom or whether it's a whole bunch of other things, we need some bees out there dancing to try and tell the story. I think that's what Twitter and the blogosphere can be. I got to follow a little experimenter over here. We just happened across a gigantic sand model of Minecraft someone had carved in the stand. I think that's not a coincidence. I think that's moving into the mainstream. If it's here on a beach, it's probably coming to a classroom near you.